Hello. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. All right. Is it working? Yeah. It's working. Good deal. Okay, there I am. Okay, like, share. Okay, so tonight's reading is for April 19th and for Judges chapters 13 and 14. Let's get the intro. I'm going to start the intro now. Well, when I find it. Apparently I'm not the only one that has this problem. Okay, here we go.
Wish I had a kitchen with a big wooden table and a bay window looking out over the back 40 acres. I wish I had a back 40 acres full of flowers and cucumbers and a path through the woods down the hill to the river. You there, we'll throw stones in the water, we'll throw stones in the water, throw stones in the water. Calling on the spirits lost and forgotten, come sit around my table. We'll feast from the garden, tell stories of madness. inhibitions and adventures to the tops of the highest of mountains and down to the valleys, down and up again. And I'll meet you there with those stones in the water, those stones in the water, those stones in the water. Dear sweet friend, how have you been? I've been around the world and back again. Did you ever get my letters? If you didn't, that's okay. I mostly wrote them down for myself anyway. I wish I had a fire with a circle full of family, your arms around my middle, so strong to hold me, laughter and song, moonlight and stories. I'd throw words in the fire and give them to cinder all my fears and desires, cumbersome hindrance, life in the sun, life in the shadows. And I'll meet you there with those stones in the water, with those stones in the water, with those stones in the water. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there.
Well, I wanna write you a story, but I ain't got one to tell. One that's laden with hooks like you read in a book, and it gets itself stuck in your head. All I've got is this guitar and a heart that's been broken into. A few little songs, hope you'll all sing along and have a drink or two. As the band it plays and that music keeps calling our names, who we are and who we're becoming is all about change. I know these stories won't leave us the same. Well, the world, it keeps on changing, but me, I stay the same. At least that's what I tell myself, so I've got somebody to blame. It's time to look in the mirror to the things we cannot see. If this world's gonna get any better, then it has to start with me. And the band it plays, yeah, that music Well, we've all been caught up in the madness. We've all got stories to tell. 'Cause we've all seen glimpses of heaven and walked through pieces of hell. But we're all still left here standing, and we won't be afraid. 'Cause we're all in this together. I know these stories won't leave us the same.
All right. Okay, hold on a second. Let me get that image up there. Now let's put it in the black screen, right? Alright, so let me get the Bible reading. Now I gotta find it though. I just saved it, but sometimes it can be challenging to locate it. You wouldn't think so. I just don't get where it is now. I just saved it. Oh boy. Okay. Now why didn't it save where it was supposed to save? What on earth happened here now? Now I can't find it. This is irritating. There's reason enough to not continue with this because it's irritating to no end. And I have it saved and I've done it and I have it ready to go. 2 chapters ready to read it and I can't even find the darn thing. Okay, this does not make any sense. 13 and 14 right there. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. Now I got to add that.
Judges 13. And the children of Israel did evil again in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord delivered them into the hand of the Philistines 40 years. And there was a certain man of Zorah, of the family of the Danites, whose name was Manoah, and his wife was barren, and bare not. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto the woman, and said unto her, Behold now, thou art barren, and bearest not, but thou shalt conceive, and bear a son. Now therefore beware, I pray thee, and drink not wine nor strong drink, and eat not any unclean thing. For lo, thou shalt conceive and bear a son, and no razor shall come on his head, for the child shall be a Nazarite unto God from the womb, and he shall begin to deliver Israel out of the hand of the Philistines. Then the woman came and told her husband, saying, A man of God came unto me, and his countenance was like the countenance of an angel of God, very terrible. But I asked him not whence he was, neither told he me his name. But he said unto me, Behold, thou shalt conceive and bear a son. And now drink no wine nor strong drink, neither eat any unclean thing, for the child shall be a Nazarite to God from the womb to the day of his death. Then Manoah entreated the Lord, and said, O my Lord, let the man of God which thou didst send come again unto us, and teach us what we shall do unto the child that shall be born. And God hearkened to the voice of Manoah. And the angel of God came again unto the woman as she sat in the field. But Manoah, her husband, was not with her. And the woman made haste, and ran, and showed her husband, and said unto him, Behold, the man hath appeared unto me, that came unto me the other day. And Manoah arose, and went after his wife, and came to the man, and said unto him, Art thou the man that spakest unto the woman? And he said, I am. And Manoah said, Now let thy words come to pass. How shall we order the child, and how shall we do unto him? And the angel of the Lord said unto Manoah, Of all that I said unto the woman, let her beware. She may not eat of anything that cometh of the vine, neither let her drink wine or strong drink, nor eat any unclean thing. All that I commanded her let her observe. And Manoah said unto the angel of the Lord, I pray thee, let us detain thee, until we shall have made ready a kid for thee. And the angel of the Lord said unto Manoah, Though thou detain me, I will not eat of thy bread. And if thou wilt offer a burnt offering, thou must offer it unto the Lord. For Manoah knew not that he was an angel of the Lord. And Manoah said unto the angel of the Lord, What is thy name, that when thy sayings come to pass, we may do thee honor? And the angel of the Lord said unto him, Why askest thou thus after my name, seeing it is secret? So Manoah took a kid with a meat offering, and offered it upon a rock unto the Lord. And the angel did wondrously. And Manoah and his wife looked on. For it came to pass, when the flame went up toward heaven from off the altar, that the angel of the Lord ascended in the flame of the altar. And Manoah and his wife looked on it, and fell on their faces to the ground. But the angel of the Lord did no more appear to Manoah and to his wife. Then Manoah knew that he was an angel of the Lord. And Manoah said unto his wife, We shall surely die, because we have seen God. But his wife said unto him, If the Lord were pleased to kill us, he would not have received a burnt offering and a meat offering at our hands, neither would he have shown us all these things, nor would as at this time have told us such things as these. And the woman bare a son, and called his name Samson. And the child grew, and the Lord blessed him. And the Spirit of the Lord began to move him at times in the camp of Dan, between Zorah and Eshtaol. Judges 14. And Samson went down to Timnath, and saw a woman in Timnath of the daughters of the Philistines. And he came up and told his father and his mother, and said, I have seen a woman in Timnath of the daughters of the Philistines. Now therefore, get her for me to wife. Then his father and his mother said unto him, Is there never a woman among the daughters of thy brethren, or among all my people, that thou goest to take a wife of the uncircumcised Philistines? And Samson said unto his father, Get her for me, for she pleaseth me well. But his father and his mother knew not that it was of the Lord that he sought an occasion against the Philistines, for at that time the Philistines had dominion over Israel. Then went Samson down, and his father and his mother, to Timnath, and came to the vineyards of Timnath. And behold, a young lion roared against him. And the Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him, and he rent him as he would have rent a kid, and he had nothing in his hand. But he told not his father or his mother what he had done. And he went down, and talked with the woman, and she pleased Samson well. And after a time he returned to take her. And he turned aside to see the carcass of the lion, and behold, there was a swarm of bees and honey in the carcass of the lion. And he took thereof in his hands, and went on eating, and came to his father and mother, and he gave them, and they did eat. But he told not them that he had taken the honey out of the carcass of the lion. So his father went down unto the woman, and Samson made there a feast, for so used the young men to do. And it came to pass, when they saw him, that they brought 30 companions to be with him. And Samson said unto them, I will now put forth a riddle unto you. If ye can certainly declare it me within the 7 days of the feast, and find it out, then I will give you 30 sheets, and 30 change of garments. But if ye cannot declare it me, then shall ye give me 30 sheets, and 30 change of garments. And they said unto him, Put forth thy riddle, that we may hear it. And he said unto them, Out of the eater came forth meat, and out of the strong came forth sweetness. And they could not in 3 days expound the riddle. And it came to pass on the 7th day, that they said unto Samson's wife, Entice thy husband, that he may declare unto us the riddle, lest we burn thee, and thy father's house with fire. Have ye called us to take that we have? Is it not so? And Samson's wife wept before him, and said, Thou dost but hate me, and lovest me not. Thou hast put forth a riddle unto the children of my people, and hast not told it me. And he said unto her, Behold, I have not told it my father nor my mother, and shall I tell it thee? And she wept before him the 7 days, while their feast lasted. And it came to pass on the 7th day, that he told her, because she lay sore upon him, and she told the riddle to the children of her people. And the men of the city said unto him on the 7th day before the sun went down, What is sweeter than honey? And what is stronger than a lion? And he said unto them, If ye had not plowed with my heifer, ye had not found out my riddle. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon him, and he went down to Ashkelon, and slew 30 men of them, and took their spoil, and gave change of garments unto them which expounded the riddle. And his anger was kindled, and he went up to his father's house. But Samson's wife was given to his companion, whom he had used as his friend.
All right. Yeah, I kind of like the 2 chapters at a time. A little bit easier to work with. So interesting. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the closing song up. did that one go now? Oh boy. There it is.
The universe is calling you. The universe is calling me. It speaks both day and night. It's full of dark and light. And I've heard others call from light years away, and they're real and they're here. Space and time are instantly clear. Planets spin, grids in place. We can travel through space, fields and forms, math and voids. It all seems with one voice. It's boundaries set, foundations laid. Sound was heard, matter made. Solar systems from afar. Names and numbers for the stars, and I've heard others call from light years away, and they're real and they're here. Space and time are instantly clear. Planets spin, grids in place. We can travel through space. It's the Lord's.
Well, that sure is interesting, huh? So now, what do you think happened when Samson went against the great lion? And you know how big a lion is, right? So, the Spirit of the Lord came upon him, obviously, to where he could kill the beast. But now, did he go out and find the lion to prove a point? Or did the lion find him? From what I understand with reading, the lion found him by divine appointment or whatever. And so he ended up killing the lion. I'm not sure what except for the prophecy being fulfilled, what the honey and the bees have to do with anything. Yeah, so the question is, okay, why did they do these great situations like David and Goliath, for instance? Of course, at that point, Israel would have been squashed and killed if David didn't kill Goliath. That's understandable. But then also David in the arena, was it David or Daniel with the lions? Yeah, thank you. There's your answer. Okay. So now, was that wife, was that Delilah, if I remember right? Is that the same woman? Or is that a whole different story? Okay, so the same woman. Okay. So, well, David also committed murder, though people seem to forget that part. He had to deal with that punishment. And he lost his son. So, due to that punishment. But yeah, Delilah and Samson really are Samson and Delilah. Very strange. Of course, Samson went against the will of his parents and did what he wanted to do in that situation. Yeah, now that brings up another thing. David was far from perfection, but yet Jesus comes from the line of David. So how does that work out? Yeah, you got a point there. Well, yeah, Judges is an interesting book, that's for sure. Okay, what's the question? No, I just, judges gives you a little bit of history about what they had to go through to get to the point to where they were, or where they wound up with in a couple of areas. But yeah, so now I'm not sure when the book of Judges, Daniel and Samson and all that. What are we talking about time frame? We're talking about, what, 700 BC or something like that? I don't know. I see most of the time. Okay, so I got time frame somewhat close. I see most of the time that, as in our own lives, you know, our downfall is due to our, a lot of it is our own choices. And so the downfall of the different patriarchs, as we have seen in the Bible, like and you can go back as far as Moses. He never got to go to the promised land because of his sin of murder and doubt. There are a couple of things that were against Moses. He had sin of murder and he had the sin of doubt. But he never really answered for the murder of the Egyptian. So that's why he had to answer for it in the end time, where he didn't get to go to the promised land. He only got to see it. So, but and there by itself, his downfall was from what he did, his choice in life. Okay, so I think, and even today in our world today, our reactions and our punishments, if you will, even though we're forgiven, we do have to, you know, take responsibility for what we do. Yeah. Well, doubt is, well, no. I thought doubt was, no, doubt is a confusion caused by Satan, I believe. But doubt can lead you to sin. So, but your doubt, and then end up doing maybe things in life that shouldn't be done, you know, or maybe you don't do things that should be done. But in any case, we're trying to do what we can to make it the best here. And that's why I do these readings here. And hopefully they sound good. Hopefully they're the right speed, the right sound for you. as long as I don't get a copyright strike on them, I will keep using them. So far, so good. I think what happened was this guy, Max, whatever his name is there, he made this other site specifically for this, because in the other site I couldn't use his writings. They wouldn't let me. So, and you're welcome, and thank you for asking me to help you do this every night. And it's just something I gotta get better at, organizing my files and doing a little bit more prep work instead of just throwing it together. But I do this for our enjoyment. Hopefully anyone else that listens and reads along and can get some enjoyment out of it. And we just never know who we're going to reach, if we reach anyone. But my goal is to share the Bible, whether it be the Old Testament, New Testament, whatever we're talking about. So hopefully we can use it to further our knowledge and strengthen our walk as a whole, and so we can keep our focus on Christ and on our final prize. Keep our eyes to the finish line. Okay. So that's my goal. And I was glad today I didn't have to shovel. I got back after we went to, took a little drive, ran into a muddy road. It was so full of water and mud, almost wound up in a ditch just on a dirt muddy road. So that was rather exciting. But we got back safely. By the time we got back, though, the path that was covered in snow was all melted, except for the very end. And the driveway was almost gone, except for the top part of it, but that'll melt eventually, probably tomorrow. But I sure do like the springtime when it gets warmer. Oh, it was so nice today. Like you said, I was able to take my drive with the window down. It was nice. So, really makes you appreciate just a couple of weeks we have in this kind of weather before all the terrible mosquitoes and the gigantic flies go along. We got a lot of bad fly problem. Already killed half a dozen in between the warm spots we had. We haven't really had any warm spots, but we have had a couple of flies here and there. And so I'm going to have to figure out a fly trap. And, but that's just because of the grain that we have here, the cornfields that we got. It's going to be full of flies. I didn't think about that when but you know, that's one of the things I got to deal with compared to the situations I had in the city. I think that's pretty easy, you know, so. Yeah, well, first let's get through Sunday. Sunday's supposed to be 60 degrees, so that'll be record for us. We had a record snowfall for April, I believe, for this time of the year. It was 71.2 inches or something like that. A little more than I anticipated, which I didn't guess this time, because I have no clue in this area, and it turns out we get a lot more snow this area where I'm located. You look it up on a map, Jefferson, Minnesota. It's, if you look at the airstream, the jet streams between the north and south, between Iowa and Canada, and how they come down and meet. Guess where they meet? Yep, I made it through winter, and actually it was not a very short winter either. Our first, well, you know, our snowfall was, our first one was October, but we had one before that in September, small one. But we had one that was sizable that you can measure in October here. So, yeah, and well, you know, God bless me with this place, with this house, and even with all kinds of problems that I have to work with, and repairs and things like that. That all comes with home ownership, though, so I'm not really worried about that at the moment. I'm worried about it being safe, making it safe, and making it a place. The money and how much it's costing. Really, I'm more concerned about making it safe and making it enjoyable to live in for at least 10 years. So that's my goal. And if I can enjoy it 10 years after I get it paid off, then more power to me. And that will be surely a nice thing once I get that all paid off and going in that direction. But first is getting the place above standard. So, thank you, Dick. Thank you, Jenny. Yeah. Yeah, so, and got some wiring we got to get done. Got some plumbing we got to get done. Plumbing can wait, I think. Got only one problem with that. But the electrical we need to work on. And then ceiling, I want to work on the plaster walls. I want to get them changed over to drywall. That's going to be a big job. And then, of course, electrical with that. Yes, Jenny. She is actually a friend of mine from the other astronomy live streams and stuff. And yeah, awesome. I'm glad she was able to make it over here at the end. Please go back and listen to it if you want to listen to the Bible reading and the music. Just finishing up here, rambling on about absolutely nothing. Talked about the weather, talked about my house. What else? I think that's about all I got. But, no. Yeah, and we got done with the reading and stuff before midnight, actually, so we're doing good on that. And, yeah, so I don't know, I listened to some of Art Bell tonight, and then I had to come over here and work on my show. Art Bell was a radio host on talk radio. Good night, Jenny. Thank you for stopping in. Yep, along with the weather. Well, you know, I'm sure, Dick. I'm sure that they talked about the weather then as well. You know, going back a couple chapters though, remember when they took trumpets? Everybody had their trumpets and they all blew the trumpets at the same time? What was that? That was a whole different thing. That was, and then all the men fell or something. What was that about? Now that was a battle. But now the other one was the shouting when the mid-wall fell down. And they shouted real loud, and the wall fell down. That was a whole other thing, right? But now the angel or whoever it was told them to take the trumpet and blow the trumpet, and then everyone fell dead. Their enemies, that is. That's amazing. Think about that. But I don't think we'd need that today. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness we don't have to kill a lion today. Yeah, when was that? Now, that was a different situation than those trumpets, right? Those trumpets were the battle, and they had 3 or 4 armies coming against them. Back in chapter 11 or 10. Well, anyway, we can discuss all that later. But we're out now. But now we're getting, there are 21 chapters in Judges, and we're on through chapter 14. We got 7 chapters left. So think about where you want to read next, and it will be all on your choice. Think of something, I don't know. You think it's something we can read next. Alright. And you have a good night, and we'll see you next time.